I, Honorable Alhaji Yussif Issaka Jajah,
do in the name of Almighty Allah swear
do in the name of the Almighty Allah swear
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
that the evidence I shall give before this committee
touching the matter in issue shall be the truth.
Allah. So help me Allah. Thank you.
Members of the committee, and as much as possible be brief. I will then proceed to give the floor to Honorable Member for Domi Kobenya, Honorable Ali Plim Akorogo.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Congratulations, my brother. Yes, I have one question for you. Any idea which of the countries...
Mr. Chairman, per the data I have, as at 2023, the country that visited Ghana, Nigeria. And
all the best.
Thank you.
My only question is about supporting your minister to improve and upgrade the museum or visit site in the northern sector. Can you hear me? Okay. Great museum and historical sites in the northern sector.
Of course, yes, I will support my minister to do that. Already, my honorable minister, as we call, she has already put in some renovations and some development of tourism sites in motion, of which northern part of Ghana is included. Thank you.
Thank you, and I wish you well.
Thank you. I'll proceed to give the floor to Honorable Haji Aladi Ayamba.
Thank you, Chairman. Honorable Jajah, congratulations.
Thank you, Haji Awan.
I don't doubt your competence in the industry that you have been sent to. You have always shown that interest, a lot of work, and I believe that you would support my sister adequately to ensure that, aspect that I wish to, that you realize that there's no holding places for visitors. When I talk of holding places, I'm referring to places for the people to sit. No, I mean, people come, they want to even sit, relax. No, it's like go and just turn around, and it doesn't encourage them. So that you can get these rest places at our tourist sites.
Mr. Chairman, yes, as I earlier on mentioned, the Honorable Minister has kicked some of this already in motion. My duty is to assist her to achieve it. Thank you.
The second issue I would wish that if you could also assist her is that if you come to the Upper East, we have a lot of tourist sites. We are not talking of even our own country. Students at those sites to enhance their learning. For instance, the crocodile pond at Navrongo, the Nagwewa, that is Paga, the Nagwewa shrine in Pusiga, the site where Kwame Nkrumah was bombed in Kolongungu, still under Pusiga. For those who want to travel to such places to go and visit, and the education minister as well. Thank you.
Has to do with domestic tourism. And in fact, my honorable minister, once again, has initiated a process. Not only the tourist attraction sites that you have mentioned, it will surprise you to know that there are more in Upper East. As a result, my ministry, as I said, the honorable minister has started something. I'm going to support her to liaise with the MMDAs across the country through the Ministry of Local Government to even unearth the potential tourism site or tourist sites that either two, we are not even aware of them or something. We'll bring all of them out, then develop them, give it back to the local assemblies to maintain them and handle them. In that regard, it will create jobs and it will boost local economy. Thank you.
Thank you very much. As I said, you see, you have answered the question before even you get there. So I wish you all the best. And then I wish you a very good working relationship, and that your coming onto the fold with my sister is going to actually encourage people to also come on board. Take care of yourself.
Thank you very much. Honorable, I'll give the floor.
For the opportunity. Honorable Nominee, congratulations.
Thank you, Uncle.
And you kumulala. Ebo down to kumulala.
Amen.
Ebo snanje kumutono.
Amen. Amen.
I see a very elaborate CV of yours. Can you spend some 2 minutes in telling us about yourself?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, as you rightly introduced me earlier on, my name is Son. I attended Darul Hijrah Islamic School. From my primary school, I proceeded to Newtown Bethel 3JHS, where we normally call it Accra Newtown. I proceeded to Accra High Senior Secondary School. From Accra High, and I am happy I had where I had my master's in MBA in oil and gas management. From there, I came back home, did some small consultancy. Then, with regards to education, by the grace of God, I was able to do another master's where I had obtained my MPhil in development finance from JIMPA, then subsequent mix. So with this, by the grace of God, 2016, the good people of Iowa, Parliament serving the good people of Iowa, so not. Mr. Chairman, I'm happily married to Hajia Farida Jajah, who is also seated right behind me. Mr. Chairman, we are blessed with 4 kids, 3 girls, 1 boy. May their souls rest in perfect peace. Thank you.
Follow up. How can you be born in Nima, Mamobi?
Mr. Chairman, my revered chiefs are here. Whether you are from Mamobi, from Newtown, Accra girls, it's all Nima. 441, former a native of the community. Exactly. To the extent that, Mr. Chairman, and we were trying to approve it. I didn't see Mamobi. I didn't see Accra Newtown. I was trying to make a case. And then the minister then, and the coordinator of that project, oh, there's Nima. So I was trying to let them know that, yes, we know Nima encompasses all, but at least we need to go further. We have Mamobi, we have Accra Newtown. As Chief Whip said, we have 441, and we have Lagos Town, where he grew up. So, yes. Mr. Chairman, if I say Mamobi, Accra Newtown, Nima, I mean Nima, the whole community. The greater Nima, exactly, the greater Nima. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you for the elaborate. We'll do 2 things. We'll do creative art, and then we'll do tourism itself. So let's look at Creative Art Fund. Are you aware of it?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Courtesy my Honorable Minister, Honorable Mamaga, I am aware of it through her.
Yeah. What are the issues with it, and what would you suggest? You would suggest to your minister?
Chairman, into an act called Creative Industry Act 1048, Act 22, said there is the need to establish a creative arts fund. Fast forward, per my briefing, unfortunately, this fund is yet to be established. And what I'm aware of is that my Honorable Minister, who is seated right by my side, she is putting the necessary process together to ensure that this fund is established. This fund, when established, will go a long way to almost solve the problem of the creative arts industry. Thank you.
Chairman, a follow-up on this. Chairman, you would agree with me that since 2017 to date, others who've made more than 30 pieces of legislation, and most of them do not have allies. They will operationalize the law itself, and that would you suggest? I take it that your minister is not here. Would you make that suggestion to her?
Mr. Chairman, thank you, and thank you for the education. I'm not a lawyer, and I don't intend to be one. That is the right thing to be done. And in fact, that is exactly what my minister is doing. I'm told there's a draft regulations which was approved by cabinet. I'm not sure of it. My minister gave me the briefing, but I can't quite remember. Which was approved by cabinet. I think it's with the AG, trying to just fine-tune it and then present it to this August House for approval. And I think when that is done, as you said, then the establishment of the fund can then follow. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. Let's do tourism now. Mole Mamaga was here a few weeks ago, and she assured this House that Mole, in fact, Mole is comparable to most of the tourist sites we have in Uganda, in Kenya, and most of East Africa. And so, but unfortunately, I mean, Mole is completely underfunded. And if we actually put in some resources in Mole, we will attract the numbers that you mentioned, the US, Great Britain, and Nigeria. I'm sure you have many other countries surpassing them. Mamaga assured us that she would look into Mole and put in some investments in Mole to attract the needed tourism. I take it that she's not here. Would you want to tell us
Thank you very much.
How you would pick it up with her and then get Mole
Thank you very much,
running
Mr.
the way it
Chairman.
should be?
I developed some tourist sites in the Upper East. I made mention that the minister, my minister, had even kickstarted some renovation and development of some sites to try to unearth some potential. At a point in time, Mole and Kakum was trying to get Mole Park and Kakum Park listed on the World Heritage Site under UNESCO. We were not successful, simply because of lack of distance. My minister has tasked the chief director to kickstart with the process to be able to be successful, or to be successful. Then it means this renovation that you're talking about will have to come. Mole and Kakum Park listed on the World Heritage Site. Definitely renovation will have to come in. Thank you.
My last one, my third question, will have to do with huge. Can you give us a fair idea what the current situation is, the contribution of tourism to GDP, and how you intend to help your minister to lift that up?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, let me borrow this. Given much is expected. Yesterday, I was with her somewhere, and she mentioned it. It is true. Mr. Speaker, if this House and Ghanaians will care to know, the third largest contributor to our Ghana's GDP. In terms of real terms, the Ghana's tourism industry contributed $3.18 billion to Ghana's GDP. So, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman, if with these little resources and with the existing available tourist facilities, we have been able to contribute $3.18 billion to our GDP. Why won't we invest in this industry? So the industry will be the second.
May wish my younger brother Allah's blessings in his new role. May you be guided. Thank you.
Chairman Nagodi. Alhaji Jajah.
Nam.
Congrats. Yes, as Minister of Tourism. Hajj, it's religious pilgrimage, which is religious tourism. We go to Hajj, and when we go, benefits, that attracts some, that has some multiply effects on the economy. So, Yenzu Kudi Hajj Nawa.
Mr. Speaker, dominant team with your power couldn't have 75,000 Ghana cedis. Mr. Speaker, to wait, Hajj fare is now 62,000 Ghana cedis. Either to or prior to the coming of this government, under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, it was 75,000 Ghana cedis. Indeed, prior to, indeed, during the campaign by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, he made this promise that by the grace of God, when voted into office, the Hajj fare will be reduced. And in fact, we are yet to embark on the first Hajj. And with this, let me say, together with our Muslim brothers in Ghana, we say Aiko and thank you to His Excellency John Akbar.
Allah.
What is the meaning of Atabir? For the record.
God is great, yes. Okay. God is great. Okay. Allahu Akbar. Allah is great.
Okay.
Now, as Yaruzungu, what does this 13,500 reduction in 441, Mamubi Market, Agbajena, Ebony Down, Newtown, in Kalsajan down, what does it do for the average man in your constituency?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, this clearly shows that the Chief Whip really was raised in that enclave.
Honorable Nominee.
Yes, sir.
Munagari. Yeah. So when you are responding...
so I should be careful in my answer.
Yes.
A follow-up question from Honorable Mahama Shaibu. So please, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chairman. Just a follow-up on the Hajj, the religious tourism bit. Reduce the fare to 62,000. Intake has also increased up to 5,000 pilgrims. And better facilities at Hajj have been secured, but much more closer to Haram than and the years to come will enjoy from religious tourism. Thank you, Chairman.
A point of information rather than a follow-up question. So, Honorable Roxon, you have the floor.
But, Mr. Chairman, with your permission, I think this is very good news, and I think it's a refreshing one. Ghanaian Muslims will be happy to hear this. But, Mr. Chairman, as Deputy Minister for Tourism designates, he proceeded with his question. For the record, though Hajj is a religious tourism, but the Secretariat of Hajj is not under the ministry, but rather is under the office of the President. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Chairman, tourism is a multifaceted industry activity. So I didn't surprise you at all, my brother. I know exactly what I'm doing. And I know people, aside from you being the Minister of Tourism, they will come to you as the Member of Parliament for the Ayawasu East, Ayawasu North Constituency. If initially you could sponsor 20, now you could do 30. That's the point I'm making. And it inures to the benefit of our people who spend nearly their lifetime to just do one Hajj for the symbolism of their faith. So this question was very dear to me.
Man, in fact, it escaped me. This reduction is going to do a lot of good to our Muslim Ummah in Ghana. Many Ghanaians years through the hard board. The challenge with this private Hajj, embarking on a private Hajj on your own, is that you may not get accreditation because you are going on a private, and if you don't, wouldn't use the appropriate channel, the Hajj board, to embark on it. As a result, the number came down. So that is why my senior uncle said that the number this time around is going to be increased. So with this reduction, all those who have been using the unapproved routes as illegal immigrants will no longer use those routes, but rather will come and use the appropriate channel. And that is also going to help the country as a whole. Thank you.
Chairman, thank you. Very much enough. Now, what steps will you take to improve the Salaga slave market for our heritage tourism, especially in respect of the fact that soon we are going to sell the MP. MP is here who supports. I will be listening to this. So my question is, what will you do with the help of your boss to help the attraction facilities that the Salaga slave market is already in existence, but to attract tourists so it can generate revenue by way of visitors visiting, spending money in the local economy? What would you do to improve visitor?
My honorable minister, and she's already told me she's talking to UNESCO already, but my minister is in talking terms with UNESCO to further uplift the image of Salaga and many other.
This questioning without touching on sports because of where our origin. Great Farcos, life into sports tourism so that our young men can still have formal education but make their careers out of football. Football is a big farm, everybody down, Alaju, they are dying. But we are a community of footballers, you know. What will you do to revive that for us?
The Honorable Minister is considering K1, Kotobabi, Bethel, and what have you, every semester.
Monday starts.
Monday starts, you get me? Exactly. Every semester, there's this sports week that we have been doing. And for some time now, I think it has been taken off the calendar of our education system. I know I'll support my Honorable Minister to liaise with the Education Minister and all other appropriate ministries to see to it that, and exactly, and people like your good self, we'll all bring our heads together, brainstorm, see how best we can bring this back. Those days we used to have under 12, course, under 14, under 15. Now we can't see those things again. So it's something that I think we need to bring back to life, and I'll support my Honorable Minister to achieve that. Thank you.
Chairman, thank you very much. Alaj.
Whip.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Members, I will recognize the Deputy Majority Chief Whip under Standing Order 2177, which reads, a member of the leadership of the House is entitled to participate in the proceedings of the committee during the consideration by Order 6 to include the majority, deputy majority leaders. Majority whip is, as of right, a member of the committee. The two deputies are also leaders. The same applies to the minority. So in that vein, I'm recognizing Honorable Comfort Doyo Ganza to ask you a question. Honorable, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chairman. Nominee, congratulations.
Thank you, Leader.
Yeah. When it comes to tourism, you can't take away Greater Accra from Adan, Sege, Nungo Pamplam, Tema, Nungwa, Teshi. All those areas are tourist area. But it's like we are not developing those areas when it comes to tourist attraction, especially Tema, where we have Meridian Hotel. When we were young, when you mention Meridian Hotel, it's a place everybody loves to go and even see tourist attractions in Greater Accra. By nature, God created Ada on its own way, and you can't compare Ada to any other place in the world. So the Greater Accra tourism is like collapsing in a way. And you are a member of parliament of Greater Accra. And when it comes to any other person in Greater Accra, once you are over 5 years in Greater Accra, you are naturalized. So you are a Gama by disguise. So make sure you bring Greater Accra on board, especially Ada, where we have beautiful hotels like Aqua Safari, this Treasure Island, Peace Holiday, and other places. Even the salt in Adan, people would love to go and look at how nature works. So what do you have? What plans do you have?
You invoke the Adan law today, to the extent that once you spend 5 years in Accra, you will naturalize. Thank you, Leader. And Leader, Mr. Chairman, you will be surprised to know that this tourist national museum, Kakon Park, Kumasi Zoo, Cape Coast Castle, and Eburi Botanical. Perhaps, Mr. Chairman, maybe we are not doing much in sensitizing. We are going to encourage domestic tourism, where the people themselves will bring the potential tourist sites and facilities up. The ministry, in collaboration with the MMDAs, will develop it, hand it over to the MMDAs to manage it. That's where I said the multiplier effect is that this will create jobs and the local economy will grow. Finally, she mentioned of Tema. I know there's a project coming on that is called the Central Project. Center of the world. Yes, it's good to have your minister by your side. Per the briefing I got, Center of the world. Honorable Leader, if this project should come into operation, you'll be surprised to see the kind of facilities that will be upgraded in Tema. But as I said, it's not about identifying those facilities and sites and help us to rake in whatever opportunities we want to. Thank you.
Any further question?
Advertise. Olden days, they have their own way of advertising the place. It's a place like Meridian, they use music to advertise it. Wonya Meridian yetema, nkabo ya jo, nkabo ya nu, nkabo ya ye. So we can start encouraging our musicians to use such places and other places that are dying up to advertise the place. So use your good office. Then at the seaside, how to clean those places so that people can go, they go and sleep. So many activities there. So please, Greater Accra is crying. Greater Accra is really crying. And we need those things back. So there. And if you give them the opportunity and give them that this thing, they will use such places for all different music to advertise the place, and we'll get resources to support it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
But Honorable Nominee, let's take it as a contribution rather than a question. So it's a contribution.
Thank you, Mr.
Yes,
Chairman.
I will proceed to give the floor to Honorable Kwaku Rickett Hagan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Honorable nominee, congratulations.
Thank you, Leader.
You deserve it. Would you agree with me that a successful deputy minister, apart from your competence and skills, you need to have a good relationship with your minister?
Exactly.
Is one of the nicest people to really build a good relationship with. You are a lucky deputy minister. And I know what I was encouraged by or happy to hear is that whatever you say, you refer to your minister as having either had a discussion with her or, thereabout, which is a sign that you have already started building that good relationship with your minister. And that will be a key to your success. Now, I come from a tourism destination, and that is Cape Coast. Castles and forts, the catacombs that you mentioned earlier. That's where they said we need to have more awareness, and hopefully that will drive people there. I think what is lacking, in my judgment, is tourism infrastructure. We have the castles, which obviously we inherited it. It's a painful legacy when you talk about slavery and all that. But this is a legacy that is now giving us an income. I don't know what I should say is a compensation for what was done to us. But what we don't have, and the infrastructure I'm talking about, is to do with a decent hotel to spend the night. Because for you to be able to get money from tourism, you must be able to eat food from. Then you are not going to keep them and get whatever dollar they bring. You're not going to get a percentage that you would have otherwise if you have that. Now, the hotels these tourists are looking to sleep in are not five-star hotels. They are not looking for modern, five-star, four-star hotels, because they have come for an experience. And they want to experience, from the hotels as well. That's why if you go to Legisa, but they actually have modern facilities when you go in there. And that is what is lacking in our part of the world. I know your minister, who's been a deputy minister as well in the area, knows a lot about this. And I know that she's going to work hard to make sure that, these things are provided. Because without the infrastructure, the tourism infrastructure, we cannot grow tourism just based on awareness. And I'm appealing to the people of Central Region that since we're a tourism destination, and I can extend the appeal to other parts of the country that also do well in tourism, to work with your minister to make sure that we begin to provide tourism infrastructure. I know that because of the economic condition we are in now, money will become difficult to be able to put up this infrastructure. But I'm suggesting that the likes of the castles, that generates a lot of money. I know it will become a policy issue, and that will be your minister's responsibility. To be able to use some of the revenues that are coming from the likes of the castles to begin to construct the infrastructures that I'm talking about. It may take a while, but eventually we will have it. So that it will be a complete package. That if I'm going to see Cape Coast Castle, I can spend, and the Kakum and all that, I can spend at least 2 or 3 days in Cape Coast to have a full feel of the tourism that the Central Region provides. So, since you build a good, you are building areas, I've got your minister to promise me already. I just want your, your promise that I have the complete package. That we will do these things. I'm lobbying for Ghana. We will do these things to make a Ghana a Gabways that are some of the Africa's top tourism destinations. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just to assure leader, I will assist or liaise with my honorable minister to do exactly that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, nominee, and congratulations.
Thank you, leader.
Thank you very much, Honorable George Kwaku-Rickett-Hagan, the Vice Chairman of the committee. Now it is my turn to ask my very good friend questions. Answers to those questions from your lawyer.
Mr. Chairman, yes, but
yes was reluctant.
The way you have reluctantly said yes, I will proceed to acknowledge our first on my list. Then we have Imam. We have Namba Sigri. Then we have Chief Zakaria Sofo, President, National Butchers Association. We also have Chief Hassan Hussein, Chairman, Ayawaso Council of Zongo Chiefs. We have Chief Mustafa Idris, Chief of Chamba Community. Then we have Chief Sola Mahmoud Sofo, Chief of Hausa Elder, Ni Mai Sakpa. We have Chief Sola Mahmoud Sofo, Chief of Hausa Ayawaso North. Then Chief Issaka Abdul Professor Kwaku Mensa Mauto, Vice Chancellor, University of Professional Studies. Mr. Otu, Chief Director, Ministry of Tourism, Culture, and Creative Arts. Alhaji Manaf Walk, Alhaji Guza, King Faisal, Chief Yussif Madingo, brother of the nominee. We have Hajia Amina Naza Ture. Ture Naza, my very good friend. I also recognize Honorable Ture Naza. Mrs. Josephine Jinapo, Mrs. Mary Thomas Ampim, the wife of the Deputy Minister Designate for Finance. Hajia Fati Global, Zongo Kokos, Asafoche Oleje. We have Samuel Akwe Saka, then Sheikh Malam Zakaria Ado, and Dr. Sheikh Yaya. We have Deputy Regional Women Organizer, Evelyn Jekete. You are most welcome. Honorable Minister Designate, you hear from the committee, you are hereby discharged.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And Mr. Chairman, let me use this opportunity to thank His Excellency the President for nominating me in Accra, who have come here to support.
He has been drawn to the fact that Haji Apoya is. Members of the committee and the media, please wait. We are taking decision on the nominees vetted for today. This is my constitution. I think 268. Look at the 268. No. Order 268. Honorable members, you are to wait. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, please, you must also wait. We are taking decision on each nominee.
Leader, don't go. You have a vote. Yes. As a leader, she has a vote.
She doesn't have a vote. She doesn't have a vote. Our revered chiefs, please, on your nominee, please tell us. Then in that case, you can remain in the room. Honorable members, congratulations. I think the day has ended well. We have vetted the 4 deputy ministers designate, and at this stage, the committee will have to take decision on each of them. Now, let me buttress the point that under Article 102 of the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, we need one-third to be able to form quorum to transact business of Parliament as well as the business of the committee. The committee, by Standing Order 2171, is made up of 11 members, out of which 7 of us have been here throughout. So, at the point that our colleagues in the minority left us, we have quorum to be able to transact business within the meaning of Article 102 of the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. Decision of Parliament and a committee for that matter is governed by Article 104 of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. And by that provision, a committee made up to be able to take decision. Parliament needs more than 50% of members to take decision. And since the committee is made up of 11 members, 50% of 11, by my calculation and your calculation, is 5.5. But because we don't have half human being, it is 6. And now that we are 7 in number, we satisfy the constitutional requirement under Article 104 of the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana to take decision. The first nominee, Deputy Minister, Minister Floor, to Akurugu, and asks whether you are voting for or against the nominee.
Honorable Chair, thank you. I am voting for the nominee. Thank you.
Honorable Alasan Umar.
I'm voting for the honorable nominee. All.
Honorable Hajia Ladi Ayamba.
I'm voting for the nominee.
Honorable Muhammad Shaibu.
Voting for the nominee.
Honorable Roxanne Nelson Kwame Eche Dafamapo.
I'm voting for the nominee. Chairman.
Chairman.
Honorable members.
Chairman, for the avoidance of doubt, I vote that the nominee be recommended for approval.
Well, honorable members, voting yes for the nominee or voting aye for the nominee means that you are recommending the nominee for approval. And the no voting, at the end of the deliberation, the committee must take decision whether to recommend or not to recommend. Voting for the approval of Honorable Alasan Saibu Sohini as Deputy Minister Designate for Ministry of Roads and Highways. Then we'll move to the second Minister Designate in the person of Justice Sramsai, Deputy Minister, Ministry of Justice for Domi Kwabenya, Honorable Ali Plim Akurugu.
Mr. Chair, I vote for the nominee.
Honorable Shaibu Mahama.
I vote yes for the nominee.
Honorable George Kwaku Riketegan.
Voting yes for the nominee, Mr. Chairman.
Honorable members, this committee has unanimously voted for recommendation for approval by the House. Minister designate for Ministry of Justice and Attorney General in the person of Justice Sai. Honorable members, Suleimana, MP, Deputy Minister, Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. Again, giving the floor to Honorable Ali Plim Akurugu.
I vote for the nominee.
Honorable Alasan Umar.
I'm voting yes for.
Honorable Shaibu Mahama.
I vote yes for the nominee.
Honorable Roxanne Nelson Kwame Eche Dafamapo.
Chairman, my vote is for the nominee.
Honorable George Kweku Riketegan.
Voting for the nominee, Mr. Chairman.
Honorable members, at the end of to the House, unanimously for consideration of Honorable Yussif Suleimana, Member of Parliament and Deputy Minister Designate for Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. Honorable members, the last nominee vetted for today is in the person of Honorable Yussif Issaka Jajah, Member of Parliament and Deputy Minister Designate for Ministry of Tourism, Culture and Creative Arts. I will again give the floor to Honorable Ali Plim Akurugu.
My vote is for the nominee.
Honorable Alasan Umar.
Voting yes for the nominee.
Honorable Haji Aladi.
My vote is for the nominee.
Honorable Muhammad Shaibu.
Chairman, yes for the nominee.
Honorable Roxanne Nelson Kwame Eche Dafamapo.
Chairman, respectfully, I vote for the nominee.
Honorable George Kwaku Riketegan.
Yes for the nominee, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, honorable members. This committee have voted unanimously for a recommendation for the approval of Honorable Yussif Issaka Jajah, Member of Parliament and Deputy your voting. This committee, as properly constituted, has voted unanimously for recommendation to the entire House for approval of the nomination of Honorable Alasan Saibu Sohini as Deputy Minister for Ministry of Roads and Highways, Ministry of Justice and Attorney General, Resources, and Ministry of Tourism, Culture, and Creative Arts. I will therefore task the clerk of the committee to capture the sense of the committee as depicted by the votes. Honorable members, thank you very much. The committee will accordingly adjourn its sitting to Friday, 5, for the consideration of the following. And Religious Minister, Ministry of Works and Housing and Water Resources, Honorable Ernest Broja Jemfi, Deputy. The meeting accordingly adjourned.